numerous times I try to walk out and I know what would happen. And I don't know what would happen. Like somebody where you can't give life. Not somebody where you can't give life. Because he's determined. He can't tell which part me there. When me go out, if me touch the road, him know. So I have people who sit down and tell him things. Even though they know what I do.
On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what a one. A blessed and wonderful Saturday morning to each and every person out there tuning in to On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So now the morning, my peeps, I have a really sad, heartbreaking, heartfelt type of story to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share, and share again this video so we can find the culprit responsible for this torture meted out to one of our own black sisters, and also one of whom I would consider to be our nation's most vulnerable. So in the morning here, today name Saturday, the day when some of the ones and ones them traverse the church in the morning here. Happy Sabbath to all who stepping out to church. Please remember On The Spot News Media, its loyal viewers and subscribers, and also to the persons out there going through whatsoever heartache and pain meted out to them by these criminal elements, these so-called sorry excuses for men, and also the Krasmites out there. So my peeps, keep us prayed up, because we definitely need that now more than ever. And also to the regular members of Chan Public traversing the streets, you don't know how the weekend settings is presently in Jamaica. So safe travel pon the gravel, and please look out on the corner here, because the old dirty corner boy them always out there lurks. So this morning's story coming out of the Garden Parish of O.T.S.N, where a man has been abusing a woman physically, verbally, mentally, emotionally, all of them. So we are going to hear from the female herself as she pours out to us in her plight for the police of O.T.S.N to find this criminal element, this monster, and take him off our nation's street. Because men like these definitely are not to be out there corrupting and also abusing our women. So now, the Superintendent Dwight Powell, the man who sits in the big chair of the St. Police Division, I'm speaking to you now, Superintendent. You have said it time and time again that you have put certain things in place for the police to deal with these type of matters. Now, this particular matter was reported to your substations, and it has been given little attention. So we call on you now, Superintendent Dwight Powell, to put the necessary manpower in place to catch this criminal element and take him off our nation's street. So before we hear from the female in question, this is the man that is wanted by the police. His name is Emry Miles. Now this man is from the Cardiffal era in Runaway Bay, St. Anne's. But he also frequents Crocs City in Runaway Bay. He also frequents Discovery Bay in St. Ann, and also Old Folly in Discovery Bay. So this man is all over the place. Now this car presently on your screen is said to be the man's weapon of choice. As you can see, it seems to be a Toyota made car, seems to be one of those Mark X. The registration for this car is 4694KL. This man is also said to be in the car rental business, so he rents this car very frequently. So persons out there renting cars, be sure not to rent this one, because the police has been alerted that the owner for the car is wanted. So you have been warned. So now this brother have been physically abusing this woman for a mighty long time, in which he used his car to run her over. Yes, my peeps, and I hear it correctly. He used that very same car to run her over, almost causing this young woman's death. This man has also sent many threatening voice notes to this woman's phone. Now I'm gonna play for you a few of those voice clips. Listen.
My girl, listen man. Well, you soon see what I reach, man. You think me I send them to you? I want little crosses, and I find out say I want little crosses. You see me? No worry yourself, man. You see me? You see, anytime you go to bombs and touch back down at the same time, you go feel it. Yeah? I'm going to show you, say, oh, listen, man, you know, for ram put me on top. Yeah? Listen, I couldn't go and feel like say, everything's safe, man. Remember, say, man, you don't know if you find me, but me know if you find you. Don't feel like a fool, you don't go say, in a bush, you know. You understand? Just make sure, say, you're picking them in another room over there, yeah? I pray now. You can't lick your blood clot good. Yeah, over here, they should have blood clot when I squash it, push the wall. Oh, I ain't a blood clot, Mark, you should have that junker girl. I suck you because suck your mother. Yeah, chat. You can't lick your blood clot good over here, they should have blood clot run over, push the wall and kill you.
Now, Superintendent Powell, me not feel like you don't need anything more than those threatening voice clips. That in itself is admission that he used his motor vehicle to run this woman over in an attempt to take this woman's life. This man needs to be found ASAP and taken off the streets. So we're going to hear from the female in question right now as she gives her recollection of this nightmare of a relationship. Listen. So tell us a little bit about the relationship that you had with this man. Give us his name, where he's from, what happened, what led to the end of the relationship, and so on. So you have the floor. Let us know what's going on.
Emry Miles is a serial cheater. Abusive, physically. So our relationship was rocky for the most part. What really ended the relationship was the fact that every time him have sex with a girl from Farin or anyway, in video it and send it on my phone when we have arguments. Him beat me. We can't talk about nothing. We don't have a choice. He just feels say, Fran, him a provide. Him have all of the talk. I'm the kind of person like this way. When him do anything and he come back around, him beg and him cry and the whole 9 yards. The last thing that he did was I lost my job. I lose my work because of him. One morning, he carry some breakfast, go and give me a work. Because we had a security work at the time. And he carry some breakfast, go and give me a work. And when he carried the breakfast, go and give me, I wasn't By the time he really carry breakfast come at 10 o'clock in the morning, me did already get something to eat. So me give it to somebody else. And the morning the girl said to him, say, the breakfast tastes good when you buy the breakfast. Man, the boy start disrespect me for the entire day. Him say, I go box me on my face. Him I go this. The man abused me for the entire day. So when he come back, he no one assign him to go back to work. Because he's a lifeguard boat captain at the resort. When he come back in the morning and him start him bag of foolishness. Me chuck him. Him are the first person where run go to the security manager. The security manager pull the footage and say I was being disorderly. So them ban me from the location and now work. I block him from my phone. And I talk to him. Him find 100 different number and he call me. So tell about a week after he come back on and going at the phone. Him say want see on my phone. Me say okay, want see on your one too. Me going at the phone. Me see video of him and woman in there. Them a have sex. The whole 9 yards. So me decide to look here, this not gonna work. Him start tell me about man. I'm a man me have and if he catch me with any man why am I gonna do me and re. So for about 2 weeks, me and him not deal on that time. I block him from my phone, no communication between me and him because as soon as he call me on one phone, I block the number. The night in question now he call me, this Saturday night, which is 11th of March, he call me on my phone and I tell me say if he catch me with no man, why am I gonna do? So when me don't know the night me carry the kids them up on my mother yard and left them there. And me sleep somewhere else. But I same place in the community. Me come out 5 a.m. exactly 5 o'clock when me catch a road in the morning and we go down towards one shop. Because normally that the shop they would I sell something in the morning. It open like 5 o'clock a morning time. But when we go down the shop never open. Me and a gentleman friend. And this man not do not more than when he come down on the road. Obviously he might program the road whole night. Because a friend of mine tell me say he might come from down on me yard in the morning. So him come down on the road in the 12 o'clock. In the 5 o'clock in the morning. No, and I said to me say when he come down, me see the car light come down in the dark. Because in the dark 5 o'clock at the time. They come down. Me see the car come down on me. Stand up at the roadside, so me they think say a taxi. But when the car stop now, me I wonder why this a Chris carrier stop. In turn on the roof light. The car light. So that because I see him. So when me realize that him know me step back. Him so to me say, you don't know me would I catch you. You don't know me would I catch you. So I turn to the gentleman and said to him, say, come go back up there, so. When I walk off, he reverse the car now and I ask the gentleman, say, him tell you should stop something, would. So me turn to him now and said to him, say, but we saw cream one better, so no nothing. He reverse the car, back further up the road, put the car in a drive, and ram me with the car.
What you mean by ram you with the car?
Him drive and lick me down with the car, go down on the road, turn and come back up. But the guy helped me, go behind one shop. So when he come back up now, he not see me.
So when him lick you down on the road, what happened to you? Explain to the people what happened. What happened to you? You got any bruises, no cut, no broken, no broke foot, anything happened to you? Or the car did just barely lick you or what?
The car lick me, ice me on the road, and drop me on the other side of the road.
So did you sustain any injuries?
me think him I go stop, cause me can't believe say he would have really used the car, and I swear the car not go stop. And even when he licked me, him still not stop because I could have feel the car push me. He go down on the road and he turn and he come back. He never need to turn and come back if him turn and come back. Because of that direction he living and he turn and come back.
So him come back as in him want to lick you down again with it?
As if he, because yes, he come back. But the guy helped me go behind the shop. And when he come back, the guy fling one stone. As so comes now. The guy starts stone the car now. As so comes now. Him drive off.
So what happened to you? What happened to you? What kind of injuries did you sustain?
Head injury mostly. Me hurt me left wrist. One side of my face mash up. My hand them dig out. Me have bruising in my hip. On both sides.
I just asked those questions because I need the people to understand what took place with you. I got the pictures, so I saw what happened and it looked really bad. All of your face mess up, your eyes, your hand dig out, your shoulder, all over your bruise up. So I was just asking so you can tell the people what really happened to you. So you went to the police about that? Did you report it?
We reported on the way to the police at the police station. The police came at the hospital. And the man have the audacity. Like 2 days after me in the hospital, and me say, one strange number text me, ask me, say, if me I got work. But this was my second day on the work. That would have been my second day on the job. So nobody not really should have known me if you text me. No female should have known me if you text me and ask me that. So me use the phone and I say, who is this? Him call the phone. And I ask me, say, Janko girl, you're not dead yet. You're not dead yet, Janko girl. In the morgue you should have dead.
So how many days were you admitted in the hospital?
From Sunday to Wednesday.
Wow. So that was basically 4 days.
Yeah.
So when he asked you that, did you also told the police that he called you and said those words to you?
Yeah.
So presently this man is wanted by the police, right?
Yes. And in the end of so, after him do all of that, him still come back when I text my phone, like as if saying he want a relationship and he want things to work out. And when I tell him, say, look here, that not gonna work between me and you. Him go back and him send some voice note which me send to you and threaten me. And then him have some video with me and him when him piece them together and him put them all over the net. Him send them go give me friend them. Him send them go give me co-worker them. Who him can't find their number.
You're speaking about explicit videos?
Facebook Messenger.
You're speaking of explicit videos between you and him? Personal videos?
Yes. Personal videos.
Okay. Continue.
Him send them go give my friend them. He send them to my mother, my brother, my sister, my co-workers. And to this day, to the day, him still continue to try to call me.
So the police have not been successful in locating him?
No. Obviously, him have a car. The same car when he use with me. Him have the car. And he might use the car for rental. And people are seeing him. So I don't understand why the police them not seeing. People are seeing because him a drive up and down as him and him friend them look like them swap car and a drive up and down. So people can call me and tell me, say, okay, they see my Renabia, they see my Senance Bay, him over Cook City, him there all Folly.
So him there all over the place.
Yeah, him not don't know why not expecting a center and him there all about the place. Him up and about.
Have you been back to the police station recently?
I spoke to them. I called them. I called the police officer Renabia. Every time I call the one at Brownstown, he's not at work. But I call the police or and I spoke to him. They went and made a check. They made 2 checks inside the house and in Aranabia. Them not see him. I want to go back to work. And I can't go back to work. I can't go to work. I'm afraid to step out of the house. I'm afraid to go up on the road. I'm not sleeping in my own bed. I want to live my life. Numerous times I try to walk out and I know what would have happened. And I don't know what would have happened. I'm like somebody where you can't give a lie. Not somebody where you can't give a lie. Because he's determined. He can't tell which part me there. When me go out, if me touch the road, him know. So him have people who sit down and tell him things. Even though they know what I do.
Well, there you have it, my peeps. I think none of we need to hear nothing more than what was just said, played, revealed right before our very eyes for us to understand the seriousness of what is taking place in this young woman's life and their desperate plea for help, not just to the police but also to us, to help her find this criminal element and take him off the streets. This man is definitely a threat to this woman's life and he needs to be found ASAP. So also to his friends, to his family members, and also to his enablers, have a heart. Listen to the compassionate plea of this woman and help us remove this man from off the streets. Have him just walk into a police station in St. Ann and turn himself over so that this can be resolved ASAP. It does not have to go a certain type of way. And I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm saying. He blatantly threatened the woman's life. And if Officer Yeman Pick and team come searching for him and him put up a resistance, you don't know how that may end up for him. Because obviously, him a bad people. Obviously, him have links and connects. So who knows to what extent him badness gone. We don't want this woman to be another statistic. So let us help her and find this criminal element and take him off the streets. So to his family members also, if you know where he is, speak with him and have him turn over himself to the police right away. Any police station at all, him not for turning himself to the St. Anne's police. Him can go to Mobile, him can go as far as St. Thomas, Westmoreland, wherever. Turning himself there. Let them know who he is and which police station want him, and they will make the necessary arrangements to get him if he's in fear of turning in himself in the St. Anne's Bay police area. So youth and youth, do the right thing. And as always, this is the warning. Yeah, man. So as I always say, in many programs, a word to the wise is always sufficient. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.